Are you serious right now, bro? It's like, nah.
You are now watching Juan Gotti Talking Sports.
YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with another Washington Commanders video. And in today's video, I have some very, very unfortunate news, at least for my sake, regarding this roster. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when new content is posted to the channel like this one. We're on the road to 5,000 subscribers. Hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. Thank you so much, and let's get straight into today's video. So, as we know today, rosters are supposed to be trimmed down to the 53-man roster by 4 p.m. today, and a bunch of cuts have been happening for the Washington Commanders. Some that we know were going to happen, some that were not a surprise at all. And again, for my sake, I know a lot of you may not be surprised, but this one right here hurts. Okay, this one right here hurts. So if you don't know, the Washington Commanders have cut running back Jarret Patterson. Oh my God. It even hurts saying it. If you guys been around the channel since last year, you know I'm the biggest Jarret Patterson fan in this fan base. I made a video on him when we first signed him, undrafted free agent, signed him from Buffalo last season. I've been on the train since we signed him, man, and just being from PG County, just like Jarret Patterson, it made me ride with him even more than I would with any other player. Him and Chase Young, I ride with a little extra because they're from this area, and it sucks because he's a really, really talented back. Like, I felt like he showed himself that he deserved a spot last year in the preseason, and he showed himself, throughout the season when he got his minimum snaps. Late in the season, it started to pick up, and he was really, really good. And then in this preseason, I felt like they didn't give him the opportunity to show what he can do, as much. You know, when he did get his opportunity, he made the best of it. He scored in both games, and in the final game where he didn't score, he had some great runs and some great pass catching to lead to a scoring drive. I just felt like the team did him bogus and they didn't give him the opportunity that he deserved, right? As for his future, I hope that we can bring him back on the practice squad. But if these teams have been watching Jarret Patterson film, they know that this guy can be a help to someone's roster. I was just about to buy his jersey too. But whatever team he goes to, man, if he doesn't make it to the practice squad with Washington, I'm getting his jersey, man. Go be great, man, because you deserve to be on someone's roster. He doesn't even deserve to be on anybody's practice squad, man. He deserves to be a part of a running back room where he's actually used, man, and utilized with his skill set. Because, again, yes, I understand he's 5'8", but he's really, really solid, man. And he can help someone running back room out, bro, really. Now, Alex Erickson's a guy that was released too. He is a guy that, we kind of figured wasn't going to make this roster once Dax Milne was able to lock down that punt return game, and they decided to move Antonio Gibson to the running back room now, or not the running back room, but the kick return duty. But then we kind of figured out, like, maybe Brian Robinson, with the situation that happened with him, we may have to keep Alex Erickson because he may not be ready to start the season anymore, and we just need an extra body that we know can return kicks, because Antonio Gibson is now going to have to be your number one back again, and you don't want to have him be your kick returner and number one back. You just don't want to do that, right? But Nikki J. Balla just put out a tweet and said Brian Robinson is still expected to be on Washington's initial 53-man roster, so that kind of shows that maybe they expect him to be ready for week one. Again, they're not rushing him, but they expect him to be ready for week one, and if he's not, they're just going to probably, have him as a out for that game. Again, it sucks, but this is a part of the business, and I know Jarret Patterson is going to land somewhere else. As far as everyone else, you got guys like Farrell Gardner that was cut, Danny Johnson that was cut, Corn Elder, and again, it seems like Washington is just like me thinking, just like me when I told you guys multiple times, this cornerback depth, I'm not satisfied with, I'm not happy with it. I don't think it's good. And they right there with me, okay? because they don't think Corn Elder's enough. They don't think Dane Johnson's enough, and we need to upgrade that depth tremendously. And now all we have as far as backups that I can think of off the top of my head, is Christian Holmes, maybe Dewan Neal rather. I don't know if he got cut. I didn't see that. But besides those guys that got cut, Jeremy Reeves is a lock to make this roster. Shout out to Jeremy Reeves. He deserves to make this roster. Milo Eifel, he made this roster. Washington has part ways with John Toth, the center. They've part ways with Kyrick McGowan, wide receiver, Markin Michelle, wide receiver, and Aaron Montreal, wide receiver or lineman 2. So Washington is making some cuts. For the most part, again, nothing surprising. These are guys that we expected to get cut and not really make an impact on this 53-man roster. But for the most part, the only one that's really shocked me was this man right here to my, this is my left, on screen, but in IRL, it's my right. Okay. Again, it sucks, but this is the reality of the business here now. Let's see. Jonathan Williams was not at the start of practice today, but they kept Jonathan Williams. And again, I think they want to keep him just because they feel like he has that body frame of a Gibson and Robinson. I don't think they want to keep him because they think he's better than Jarret Patterson, because that's not the case. I just think they want a bigger body as a running back, which, again, I understand it. But that's what you have Antonio Gibson for. That's what you could possibly keep, another running back for. But again, they expect Brian Robinson to be ready for week 1. I'm assuming by this move, because if they didn't expect Brian Robinson to be ready for week 1 and they thought he was going to be out for a couple weeks, and they probably would have put him on a physically unable to perform list, and that could have prompted them to bring Jarret Patterson up. But they expect him to be out, be ready, I should say. And if he's not ready, they probably expect him to be ready week 2. That's just why the moves they're making. That's what I'm assuming. But we'll see. The official 53-man roster has not been out yet. And once that comes out, I'll be bringing you guys a video on that one. But I just wanted to bring you guys a quick one regarding some of the cuts, name cuts that we know, or popular names throughout camp that got cut. Because for the most part, again, nothing is really a surprise. Besides, to me personally, this one, Dane Johnson got cut again. Corn Elder, Farrod Gardner. You have another guy by the name of Montreal, the lineman, John Toth. And just a bunch of other guys. Khaleke Hudson's another linebacker that got cut. So along with the cornerback depth, we need to figure out this linebacking depth too. Because now you're down Khaleke Hudson. Farrod Gardner's gone too. Your depth is looking like, behind Cole Holcomb and Jamie Davis, it's looking like Milo Eifel. And I think David Mayo is still on the team. I'm not sure if he got cut either, but we'll see, man. I'll keep you guys posted, but this one hurts, man. This one hurts me because Jarret Patterson, that's my guy. But yeah, man, let me just think about this video in the comment section down below. As always, being boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe, post to Washington Commanders. Run over to 5,000 subscribers. Hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. I'm out. Peace. Cross me one time, that's gonna get you pop, get you dropped.